I'm really a short fiction writer, and so I'm going to read just the first 3 pages of a short story that's from a collection I'm working on called, the working title is Midwestern Weirdos, because I can say that, I'm from the Midwest, and a lot of the, I have no problem with Ohio either. And so the reason it's called that is I write about people from the Midwest, and they're either doing weird things or weird things are happening to them. I'm not actually sure which one is the case in the story. And unbelievably, you're going to hear your second reference to Applebee's in like 10 minutes. Okay, so this is called Give Us Your Pity, Give Us Your Love. No one liked the Loftwaiths. They were the sort of people who used words like peripatetic and anodyne and avuncular in casual conversations during sporting events or at bars eating buffalo wings. They wore boat shoes even though they didn't own a boat, and they were seen on several occasions checking out ski goggles despite the fact that they never went to Aspen or Vail or Switzerland. She smelled like depilatory creams, he liked hairspray. They installed a wine fridge next to their dishwasher but stocked it with $4 bottles from Aldi. Nick Loftwaith drank German beers, pretending that they didn't cost $5.99 a six-pack. He also insisted on pronouncing Hefeweizen with the proper Aryan V sound in the middle as a way of proving he was cultured and world-worthy. No one liked the frangipani that grew around the sides of their house, or the fact that they paid Mexicans to take care of their grass and trim back their hedges and crepe myrtles. Everyone agreed that Lena Loftwaith had the voice of a screech owl, so pitchy and raw that tremors of washing discomfort contorted our stomachs whenever she told a story, and hell was to be paid by anyone who made her laugh. Jokes were verboten at a Loftwaith gathering. Yet go to their gatherings we did, because despite all the things we hated about the Loftwaiths, Lena was a brilliant cook, home-taught, as she never failed to remind us, when we huddled around her canapé platters and took generous helpings of her Niçoise salads. She made brilliant beef tartare, which no one to this day is quite sure how she convinced any of us to eat. We, who were used to medium-well sirloins at Applebee's and no pink burgers at Red Robin. With her culinary prowess, Lena Loftwaith could make us momentarily forget how annoying she and her husband were. How much more they belonged in some sleepy New England cubbyhole, teaching Sylvia Plath and Plato, and nestled in our Midwestern suburb where the rainbow flag they hung from their porch in support of their daughter coming out as a lesbian was almost as great an eyesore as the electric charging station they installed alongside their garage for their Pininfarina. So we were, in equal measure, affronted, shocked, and gratified by what happened with Troy. Troy Loftwaith, captain of the baseball team and a thespian both, who also played a mean Beethoven concerto, the boy who took the girl with Down syndrome to prom, the boy who nailed a full ride to Reed and chose the study of Japanese instead of going to Vanderbilt to play left field, the boy who spent half of the summer after his sophomore year of college in Guatemala building huts that would become a school for little girls. Troy Loftwaith, the boy who spent the second half of that summer back at home in his parents' house, lounging next to their in-ground pool, drinking emerald bottles of Stella Artois on the slide, drinking them with girls. Some of those girls still in high school, one of them only 15. We never knew her name. It was kept out of the papers. What we did know was that on a weekend when Lena and Nick Loftwaith decided to shut the Midwest for a trip to Portland, Maine, Troy Loftwaith brought his girls over on a Friday night, and something happened. The stories are fuzzed and engorged with half-truths and exaggerations, that there were drugs, not just marijuana, but cocaine and LSD and even quaaludes and heroin. And that not only did Troy ply the girls with beer and blow, but also cheap tequila and absinthe, which the 15-year-old drank straight from the bottle so her mouth was ringed in algae color when she slipped and took a tumble, her ankle buckling against the wet cement border of the pool. Then she toppled into the lukewarm water where nary a single leaf of dead blood floated. Loftwaith wouldn't allow such a thing. And Troy, being the macho, perfect man that he was, dove in after her, not even bothering to chuck his precious iPhone from the pocket of his Banana Republic yachting shorts. We didn't hear the splashes or the screeches or the laughter that followed when Troy lifted the girl out of the water and the rest of his bubbly coterie, looking on in a mixture of horror and drunken humor, clapped for him. Some of us may have peered out our windows or around our privacy fences and scowled at their aqualine bodies and perfect tans, their hairless legs, but whatever they were saying or doing was muffled by the electronica and girly pop pumping from the speakers Nick Loftwaith had wired around and into the pool, as if being able to hear Katy Perry and Kraftwerk while submerged in the deep end was a summer's necessity. Those who could see the goings-on would have rolled our eyes and gone back to our Reader's Digest and Law & Order reruns, shaking our heads and setting off curses over the Loveways. Because they were soaked, Troy led the girl inside, and because none of the others followed them, no one knows for certain what took place. But 20 minutes later, the 15-year-old, a Twinkie of a cheerleader who also played field hockey, came stumbling out onto the patio, a gash ripped open along her forehead. The other girl screamed at the horror-filled gore, dashing about like a scattering trove of doves or frightened deer. The 15-year-old, blinded by her own gushing bodily fluid, stumbled into the pool again. Troy appeared a moment later, wearing nothing but a towel, which was splattered with a suspiciously wine-stained looking smear, and once again tossed himself into the water, letting the towel fall in a snake heap near the sliding door. And you.